Thank you very much, Chairman. Dear colleagues, I'll try to be rather short because of the fact that we are well behind the schedule. And I want to open the secret saying that COVID-19 has changed dramatically all dynamics of our life. As a diplomat, as ambassador of Azerbaijan here, I have a rather different or maybe more sophisticated agenda than many of you, given the nature of relations between two brotherly nations. And I have tens of thousands of Azerbaijani citizens. And within this 3.5 months here, and even before, after Elazığ earthquake actually, I have acted here more like the employee of the Ministry of Emergency, like the member of municipality, like a parent to the students of where I have around 22,000 here. So I did everything but classic diplomatic work. This is a new reality for us, and this pandemic is changing everything, how we act, how we behave. And continuing this way, it will be very difficult to adjust to our life before. What it has also changed, how nationally we had to react to these very unexpected circumstances. My nation, of course, was not the exception. We also faced this challenge. We also had the choice, like many, to lock down or to stay open. We kind of bandwagoned and we decided to lock down. It paid off really well, first, in the beginning. We had very few cases, and when we opened up, we had a lot of cases, like in many other countries, so no surprise. But what we realized, in fact, was that, as you, Mr. Chairman, and also Chairman of the Majlis mentioned here, we cannot act alone. Not a single nation, especially like mine, a small nation, cannot act alone. And there was a deliberate decision by our government, by President of Azerbaijan, Mr. İlham Aliyev, to cooperate as close as possible with the international community, with organizations. Obvious one is World Health Organization, and we had immediately strong cooperation with countries like Turkey, not only in terms of expertise and equipment we purchased from Turkey, but also in terms of sharing experience, because nobody knew what was happening, and the more we're going on, the more expertise we could share with each other. At the same time, we believe that even as a small nation, given the hats we have, diplomatic hats we have, we could have our contribution internationally. And Azerbaijan this year is chairing two major organizations. One is Turkey Council, another one is Non-Aligned Movement. And with the initiative of President İlham Aliyev, two video conference summits took place, dedicated specifically how to tackle COVID-19. And also President Aliyev initiated a special session of UN General Assembly. And I thank all the nations who supported us in that, and I hope that discussions during this special session will allow us also to move forward and to think. I cannot go into the details like you. I'm not an academician, at least I'm not right now, but where we sail will very much depend on what we will debate about. And it's very important that we'll all come together and ask the right questions. Where we're going, nobody knows exactly. Nobody in this room, nobody in this world, I believe. Not a big nation, not a small nation. But I think the most important thing from my perspective is to ask the right questions. And for me, there are two things. The first, the very important question is, we should not ask who is going to lead. And Chairman of Majlis also mentioned about that. And you, in your very academic presentation, if we're looking for the justice, if we're looking from diplomatic perspective, effective solution to this curse we're having, it's not the question of who is leading, but how we're tackling this challenge. And how means that we have WHO, we have international institutions, we have multilateralism, and we have to use as much as possible all the tools we have. Finally, it's very important that international law should be the only framework within which we should forge our efforts and create the better solutions to tackle this issue. And the second thing, I think we are quite overlooking, unfortunately, we have to expect the unexpected. Today we're having pandemic, tomorrow it can be something digital. We are living in a digital world. Nobody in January or in December, if told me, as I mentioned during my greetings, we're expecting, I had to be in Baku now watching football. Nobody expected that. Chairman of the Meclis had to be in Baku right now. But everything has changed. And tomorrow our challenges could be different. Not in the area of healthcare, not in digital area even, in some other areas. And we have to be prepared. And to be prepared, we have to talk. And if we talk, it should not be only talkings among the very few and among the very big. I'm sorry to say that. We should all be involved in order to find the right and, as you said, just solution to these issues. Thank you very much. I hope I was quite short.